not doing that. Oops. Okay, I don't know if it picked back up where I left off, or y'all need to talk to me. Let me know if you're there. I don't know what happened. Okay, Libera, I see you, my sister. It just cut off. And I don't know why. What's my battery looking like? It's not the best, but it's not enough to be cutting off. Alright. Alright. Wait now. By the way, y'all forgive my thumbnail picture. I'm over it because when you go to set it up, there's a part where right before you go live, it starts on a countdown for you to just do a thumbnail. So just try and pose. So it's not about the thumbnail. It's not important. Right? We're not here for the thumbnail. We're just not. And and we had a good little gallop going on there for a minute because we had, I see 23 thumbs ups on the last one, and it was saying to retry, and I was hitting retry, but I don't know why it didn't go. I don't know. I don't know. Man. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep on yakking like bearer because if I wait, then I will lose the flow, and not only that, it's gonna turn into a recorded video anyway, and people can just come in as like they'll start coming back. Oh, it went out. At some point they'll realize it is cut off, and hopefully they're gonna try and find us again. But how did you find me again? What happened? How did you reestablish the contact, Lightbearer? But yet it's still showing the same thumbs up and 6 watching. If you guys are watching, I need you to thumbs up and then type something so I know you're there. I love you, light bearer. So, well, thank you. It's so crazy because it's well, now we're in March now, so it's not the month of my birth, but I look so like my dad. I do. I do. I do. And remember, I don't know if you saw it, Light Bearer, but I was saying that I was telling you guys either before or on my birthday, I was gonna cut my beard. Just wasn't ready to do it yet. Plus, I am a king. And so we also, when we look at any of the great kings of Africa, when they find the statues or the pharaohs, they always have this, They have it. We've always done this as a people. And in my greatest dream, I would love for it to be where I could actually have that thick of a braid like we see with the kings. Some of them had theirs braided and some of them didn't. I love that. But I think it ages me, but it also is very distinguishing, and also as part of our faith as Muslims, if you can grow your facial hair, you're supposed to grow it. But even aside from that, just as an African, as a man, I feel like men should look like men, and I love the masculinity of my beard. So I'm at war with myself. I'm just at war. I probably would never cut it completely off, like just not. I'm not gonna be like naked face. I wouldn't have this going on. And plus, I do love it to just and I just I don't know. And thank you, Lightbearer, because I also I'm curious to how, especially my women, how they perceive it, and then also hope it's an inspiration to my brothers. Anytime I'm out in public, if I see a brother with a nice beard, I always tell the brother, I say, brother, much respect on the beard, especially when it's really nice. Some of these brothers are really killing it with the beard game. They inspire me even. Anjane, there you are. Did you get my text? I was checking on you because of that tornado. Intrinsic, good morning. And shout out to Florida. Wow. I'm so glad to see you, Anjane. Girl, now, don't make me walk out there now. Now. Really, Lightbearer, why didn't you tell me this? Why have you not? And I should be, he and I should be speaking. That's my new home. I'm coming after you, Lightbearer. Now, I have to. Now. That is high crimes and treason. I'm trying to move to Ghana. I'm glad to know you're safe, Anjane. Absolutely. It's the first thing I thought about. As soon as I seen it, I was like, thank you, Black Beauty. That's very kind. Black Beauty says, Jedi, you look like a chief. Uh, but anyways, so okay, Lightbearer, definitely do that because I'm thirsty for the information. It's about consuming everything I can. I got to know everything I can know. I'm gonna try and move us along, you guys, because maybe that cutting us off was a sign from the universe. So I'll try to pick up where I think I left off. For those of you guys who are just joining, we got cut off, so I had to restart the live stream. The first part is already a video now, so you can watch part one when we're done, and you can see where I began. This is part two. I'm just going to pick up where I think I left off. So they began now massaging as if now South Carolina was the it vote, as if none of the other states that have, like Iowa, New Hampshire, and Nevada never happened. Poof! It began in South Carolina, and then Bernie did well with young Africans, but these old ass, tired ass Christian folks who I've told you all need to die off, and this is another sign of that. They are part of the entire structure that's holding us back, and this proves it. It just does. There they were, as if they know Joe Biden so well. Somebody tell me how they know Joe Biden so well. How do they know him so well? He's from Scranton, Pennsylvania, if my memory serves me well. How do they just know him so well? They don't. They don't. But this is the power of suggestion, and this is why I'm always so on you all about being the captain of your vessel and standing at your gate. Because things come in, and you don't know they're coming in. And then you start espousing those things as if they're authentically from yourself, and they are not. Because you are not standing at your gate. You're not. And this is an illustration of what happens when you don't, and why it's important to do so. So they act as if he had some grand, as if he was, on the civil rights board. He was roommates practically with Dr. King. He told a lie and said that this I'm not making up. This next part I'm about to say right now. He literally said that he was arrested in South Africa. I forget the city. He was arrested in South Africa trying to go to see Nelson Mandela when Mandela got out of jail. And as if he practically brokered the whole apartheid and the whole reconciliation and all this and all that. Joe Biden did it all, everybody. He did it. He did it. It was him. It was him. He was with Harriet Tubman on the Underground Railroad. We have videos and pictures. He was there. It happened. It happened. It happened. It happened. He was there with Jackie Robinson when he hit his first Grand Slam. It was Joe Biden who pitched the ball to him, let him tell it. I mean, this is what we're dealing with. And you could see, but here's why I said you must watch the coverage for the next week. You have to commit to that. You're going to have to give up Housewives. You're going to have to give up all the other junk that you watch. And you have to watch the stuff that matters to you, because this election is going to have some effect on your life. Some kind of effect it's going to have on your life. This I promise you. This I promise you. This I promise you. And so, then you saw, move it along, Jedi, and I'll double back on stuff that I know that's in me, and but just, so, here's the thing now. Remember, everybody was claiming they're progressive. That's the it word now. I'm progressive. I'm progressive. No, they're all corporate. And when you hear the word moderate, everybody, know that also means corporate. They even have the same number of letters, if I make no mistake. Corporate and moderate. Moderate means corporate. That's what it means. But you saw everybody else was a failure and a disaster. Everybody. Then you had this Klobuchar bitch die off. Like, I'm so glad she's out of the race because I got tired of her doing this. I'm the only senator that has signed over 100 bills. And I'm the one who, I have a nervous breakdown and a seizure when she speaks. Like, she's got that, I can't with her. Anyway, she's the disaster. Nobody was voting for her. 2 people are showing up at her rallies. The same with the little gay dude. Nothing going on there. Who else was? I don't remember who else because nobody mattered. But they were all there to be spoilers for Bernie Sanders. The big picture of all this is that you're living in a country that you should never pay another fucking tax in. Because they don't want you to have a damn thing. Oh, man. Alright, everybody. I think it's because somebody's trying to call me who's going to be dead today. So this is my final goodbyes, just so you know. Like, I call somebody and it's clear to me that they're not answering on purpose, I just assume in my mind they're doing something they can't answer right now. I don't continue calling them like I'm an idiot. Unless I'm an idiot. I'm over it. It interrupts my flow. I can't work like this. I cannot work like this. Um, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, somebody check in and let me know you can see and hear me. I feel like it's reestablished because the time counter says 21:36 and good morning to Star Child. Lightbearer, I love you. Thank you. You are really holding me down in this right now. You just are the from the moment one. I love you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Khalifa. Assalamu alaikum. So good to see you, Khalifa. How are you, brother? And I'm glad you were able to catch me. I don't know how many more shutdowns we're going to be able to survive through, y'all. So, here's our plan B. If it shuts down again, and I feel like I haven't gotten everything out, I'll try to reconnect. If not, then I will continue it, but I'll just record that portion and release that as part 3. Because this is part 2. Again, for anybody who's just joining, we had a shutdown earlier where I wasn't able to reconnect. I had to end the stream completely. That's now a video already. It's the same name. This one has the same name, but it's called part 2. It says Black Oppressors and what I call it, came out of the universe. Even I don't know it. and the theft of democracy part 2. That's what we're on right now. So if it shuts down again, and I'm able to reestablish, or if I'm able to reestablish, then it'll still just be this. If it shuts down and I don't start the live stream again, then I will just record the last of what I was going to say, and that'll be the same title, but it'll be called it'll say part 3 after it. All right, that's our plan. That's our plan. Oh man. Well, alhamdulillah, and I'm sorry to hear that also at the very same time, Khalifa. We actually had rain yesterday. But good to know that you're doing well. And mashallah, that's it. There's a reason why it rained. You know, there's a reason why it rained, and there's a reason why it rained. So good for you. It's good for you. I always say sometimes things happen to send us in another trajectory. Even if it's just for today. That may have just been just for that to redirect you. Khalifa, I always talk about the one arc from birth to death, and so sometimes we are caught in routines and patterns or just responsibilities and duties, whatever, and so we just do that, whatever it is in life, and sometimes we can have big upsets and small upsets to just redirect. It could have prevented you today because something else was going to happen if you hadn't. It's just, that's what the universe informs me whenever I'm thrown off my trajectory. You know, sometimes there has to be just an upset. Something has to, not today, you know. Um, Good morning to Salwa Infinite Love. Good morning to you. Libera told me it's buffering again. Oh, she's back. Okay, you're back. Alright, so I'm going to try and get this out quick, y'all. Because I know I'm losing battery on this other one. Alright. And we're losing battery on this one too. Alright, we're going down. We're going down. Mayday, mayday. Alright, so. Again, I have to repeat, you have to watch all of the political coverage from now and for the next week. You have to. That's your homework. Alright, you have to. You have to. Alright. And so, but anyway. So, they saturated, I told you they moved up the march on the commemoration of the 55th anniversary of the Bloody Sunday over the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Alabama. And there they all were. Oh, it was Jesse Jackson. He could barely walk. Huh? Oh, there he was. Now, he should have had the walker, not Weinstein. All right. But there he was. And there was the peacock, Al Sharpton. There he was. And all of your coon du jour. There they all were. And, of course, there was Martin Luther King Jr. III. And I was screaming at my television, where the hell is Dexter King? Where is Dexter? Where is Dexter? We need to start a hashtag. Where is Dexter King? Hashtag, where is Dexter King? Hashtag, is Dexter King alive? Both of those. Hashtag, where is Dexter King? And hashtag, is Dexter King still alive? We need that. We need that. Here you have the 55th anniversary of this iconic thing. I mean, there's a movie made about it even. Selma. One day, when the glory comes, and no Dexter. No Dexter. But there was fat ass Martin Luther King Jr. III, and and he had to have security. Meanwhile, nobody else had security, and there were other prominent people out there, including presidential candidates. But he was acting like he was Michael Jackson or somebody. It made me sick. I had to lay down. I had to lay down and be put on a ventilator. Oh my God. I can't. Anyways, but anyway. But this was to highlight, and they were saying, but all the while you're watching these images, that's the time to come into your mind. So they're telling you Joe Biden, Joe Biden, Joe Biden. Meanwhile, he hadn't done a damn thing. He was never president. He's ran 3 times for president and fell flat and failed. He only reached the White House because Obama picked him as his vice president. Which the vice president is just a spare tire. It's like the donuts in the back of your car. It doesn't do anything. You see, you can delegate out some things. You go and do this. Here, I need you to shuttle off to whatever. But you're not the it dude. You see, and he was already a failure because in that race against Obama, he was already out of the race. And then later, when Obama beat Sniper Fire, then he goes, here, Joe, I'll let you come with me and be vice president. Now you'll get to be in the White House. He's a failure, dude. And he will not beat Trump, do you understand? Because they don't care about that. They only care that the corporate remains in place. That's what they care about. You see? Trump doesn't upset any of that. There's still nothing being done for the population of the people. Nothing's being done. They're still getting fat off the hog. Nothing has been disrupted. So they feign their outrage over his tweets, and he's inappropriate, he's transphobic, and he's homophobic, and he's a racist. I don't give a damn about any of it. He's a white devil, as is all of them. That's all they care about. And you have to ask yourself, since they licked the ass of Israel, this Zionist illegal state, why then you have a Jewish man, a real Jew, because I've done whole pieces for you, making the distinction for you between the Zionist and the Jew. Zionists are not Jews, and Jews are not Zionists. Real Jews say the same things about that Zionist state that I do. It's against their religious tenet to even establish a state. Do you understand what I'm telling you? But just to keep it basic, so Bernie is an actual Orthodox Jew. Why aren't they all running to his side? Because he wants to do something for the people. Damn it, I knew there was something. Damn that truth. He gets to be president. Damn, those niggers will have health care, and their kids will be able to go to the same college, and they won't have that student loan debt. Damn it. We won't be able to saddle them with those student loans. Damn it, Jaquan will make $15 an hour. We gotta stop this. It's about white power is what you're seeing, everybody. If you watch that debate of them before the South Carolina vote, if you just came from another planet, you'd be like, who are these black people they're fighting over? I must meet them. Because everybody up there is showing their ass. No, I know somebody black. No, I'm friends with black people. No, I have a black friend. I said Martin Luther King first. I know his speech. I was in the jail with him. It was that. It was a feeding frenzy. It's like when you throw chum into the water for sharks. It was that, everybody. I'm not overstating this. They were in a frenzy for the black vote. There's no other way to describe it. No other way to describe it. I feel like somebody may have nutted on themselves. We're still checking for evidence on that, but we're looking. We're looking. All right. But they're not fawning over Bernie. Because I always told you, the Orthodox Jew, even though no white person, you have to be this color, first of all, to be an Israelite. That's first. You must be Semitic. Though we were stolen from our land and we no longer speak our languages, we are from the land and of the language of the people who are Semitic. You can never, don't let anybody ever tell you you're anti-Semitic. Tell them you are the Semite. So there's no way for you to be anti-Semitic. But that said, anybody can follow the tenets of the Jewish faith. That's fine, but you're not Semitic. So Bernie Sanders is an Orthodox Jew, and Muslims call the Orthodox Jew our cousin. We've always gotten along like this. Do you understand? Years ago, when I used to do business, when I used to buy merchandise for my store, I was sourcing some women's shoes for this particular type of shoe for women. I carried several lines of women's shoes from athletic and all that kind of stuff. But this particular time I was looking for some heels for women. And when they spoke to me on the phone, I said my name, but I guess it didn't really sort of click. I may have even said my business name at that time. I don't remember. Allahu Alam. But anyways, when I got there, it was two little short Orthodox Jewish men. They had quoted me one price on the phone, and I says, I will come look at your merchandise. And when I got there, and I walked in full regalia, and I had on my necklace that says Allah, they said my name. I introduced myself. They go, oh, you. And we did this hug kiss thing that Muslims do to each other, but we also offer it to the Orthodox Jew. And the price fell $5 per pair. Thank you. You understand? My point is, the Orthodox Jew and the Muslim have always been like this. Rosh Hashanah and Ramadan always come at the same time because they're on the lunar calendar and so are we. So when they are hollering this Jewish stuff, just know that they're not talking about Orthodox Jews. You rarely see an Orthodox Jew anywhere on television doing anything. And that's why the Zionists always bitch when you say that the Jews run everything. The Jews don't. The Zionists do. You see? That's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. Last thing on that before I move on. Back in 2008 when Obama was, it may not have been 2008, but while Obama was in office, I brought you guys a video of this huge rally they had on the National Mall. There was, I'm going to say thousands, of Orthodox Jews out there protesting the Zionist state of Israel and saying that Zionism is not part of Judaism, and they reject the state of Israel, and on and on and on they went. That this was a stain upon them, and they are literally killed and attacked in the state of Israel when they go to Israel. The thing I want to mention, I'm trying to move fast, y'all, because we already had 2 shutdowns. Do you understand that as a Zionist, do you know you have a birthright trip to Israel? Language, birthright. Oh my God, we're going to lose it, y'all. We're going to lose it. We're going to lose it. I'm flashing and everything, red. I'm either going to record